All right, everybody, we are live, and I am fuzzy, and I don't know why I'm fuzzy. I was just on a call earlier today. Oh, there it. Oh my gosh, you guys, my life. This is crazy. Happy Black Friday. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I love Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday of the whole year because it is everybody in the United States celebrates it. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter what religion you are. It doesn't matter. Like, it's an opportunity for everybody to come together and celebrate the abundance that we have. So I love Thanksgiving. Unfortunately, I don't get much of a Thanksgiving anymore because of Intuit's schedule. I don't know why I'm going I'm fuzzy and not fuzzy sometimes. I'll try not to move around so much. Anyway, so here we are, and yes, I have been sick, which has been no fun at all. And I went out for my stepmother's funeral and was sick, was not able to sing for the funeral, which I was looking forward to. And so I was sad about that. But it was good to see my family, although most of my time I just spent in my room sleeping. And also it has put me behind. It has put me behind in the whole course relaunch process, which I'm still going to meet the deadline, December 1st. We promise it on or before December 1st. But we always like to, what is it they say, under promise and over deliver. I always want to get it out way earlier than you expect. So I don't think it's going to be way earlier than you expect. I think it will be December 1st. But that does give you a little bit more time to grab the Black Friday deal if that is something that you are looking forward to. So Intuit made a big announcement at QuickBooks Connect. I did not go to QuickBooks Connect. I've actually never been. When I first started my QuickBooks journey, I wasn't sure, whether even to do it. And then it was the pandemic. And then now I'm so busy every November scrambling to recreate the courses that I don't have a chance to go. And there's another group that I'm a member of that they also have a conference at the first weekend in November. So I don't know, just timing is crazy. And I'm sad because there are a lot of announcements that happen at QuickBooks Connect, including the one we're going to talk about today, which is they have completely changed the ProAdvisor program. Now, I say that in some ways, the ProAdvisor program has stayed exactly the same. Okay, so in some ways, they still have the 3 certifications available: basic, advanced, and payroll. So they still have those available, and the training platform has not changed. How you get to the training and this is something they released last year, was this whole new training portal, your personalized path, how you get to everything, how you know what's on the test and what isn't. All of that is the same as last year. What has changed and what has thrown people for a pretty big loop is the benefits of the ProAdvisor program. So the number one benefit of being a ProAdvisor and having that basic level certification has been that you get a listing in the ProAdvisor directory. Okay. This has always been the number one benefit and the number one reason people scramble to get certified in QuickBooks Online is because it lands them that listing. Now, whether you're in the listing is going to, whether you're going to get clients from the listing is going to depend on a bunch of things. It's going to depend on the reviews that you're going to have. It's going to depend on how friendly your picture looks. It's going to depend on the little bio that you've written, about yourself, what services you offer, what people are looking for. But still, at least you had an opportunity. And I get leads every week. I get leads from my QAdvisor directory, and I'm not even taking new clients. So anyway, it's super, super valuable to be listed in that ProAdvisor directory. Well, the big announcement was that it no longer requires just the basic certification. It used to be that that's all you had to do to get listed was have a basic certification. And they changed that so you no longer only requires the basic certification. That in order to be listed, you now have to have 500 points to be listed. So today we're going to go over all of those juicy details. So thanks for hanging out with me. I don't know that we're going to be too long. I'm happy to answer any questions that pop up. Let me just look here. Sorry if I cough. Still got goop going on. All right. So let's go through everything related to we're going to talk, I will have a separate live stream that will actually not be in the group, but will be on YouTube, a live stream on YouTube, maybe later today. I don't know. We'll see if I get some other things done, but where I'm going to cover, I do this every year. I do everything you ever wanted to know about the QuickBooks Online ProAdvisor program. So I'll do that. But most of you in this group and on this call today already know most of that. And so in this particular call, we're just going to talk about the changes. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at inside your ProAdvisor account. Let me make that a little bit bigger. Let's see. Oh, how's that for you? 150? Okay. All right. So here I am logged into, oh no, you can't see. Oh, I don't know why you can't see the whole thing. Here. Let me get it situated so you can see my whole screen. There we go. Okay. So here I am inside of my QBO accountant account. Okay. And if I go to ProAdvisor, let's go to the benefits page first. We're going to go. So this is and most of you in this group already know. If you don't know, you can go to ProAdvisor. You can go to proadvisor.intuit.com. You can sign up for a free QBO account. Again, be on the other call where I'm talking about all of those details, okay? This is just going to go over the changes. So go into benefits. Now, this is a new account, so mine says getting started here. But you probably are going to go right in here. Here's a quick tip, by the way. See this right here? This is your firm ID. Whenever you get on with chat support, they will always ask you for your firm ID. And if you wondered how to find it, that's how, right there. You always go to benefits and it'll say the firm ID right here. And if you're in a chat, excuse me, If you're in a chat with support, then you can just copy, right here. Okay. So they have these different tiers, silver, gold, platinum, and elite. They've always had these tiers. These tiers have not changed. What changed were the points associated with each tier. Okay. So your first tier is when you have 0 to 499 points. We're going to talk about how you earn points in just a minute. And then gold is 500 to 2399. That's a huge jump, right? That's a huge range there. So gold, you have to be on the gold tier in order to, this is the new program as of November 20th, you have to be in the gold tier in order to get a ProAdvisor listing, in order to qualify for a ProAdvisor listing, okay? So, so you have to be gold, and then you can see on the chart what the different levels give you access to, okay? So here it says, find a ProAdvisor directory listing. There is silver, you don't get it. Gold is that first level, okay? So then there's all these other benefits that you can read about and discounts and access to things and, a bunch of, training and all this stuff. This is what they made the announcement that Intuit is investing in this program. Okay, so they really want you to engage with the ProAdvisor program. They really want you to move up. They really want to give you all these benefits to, get you to, to do all these things. So they have all of these access things. Okay, now notice the first thing that opened up was the program benefits. Okay, right here it says earn points. It's at the top, but you probably don't notice it because it's not open right away. Okay, so the first thing, so if you want to see how to earn points, you're going to click right here and say earn points. Okay, now here are the different things to earn points. Let me just hop to the top things that allow you to earn points. At 200 points, you can, if you get your advanced level certification or your payroll certification, you get 200 points for each of those things. Okay, so just having those two things gets you super close to 500. And actually, if I go down to 100 here, if I have a current certification for QuickBooks Online, which is that basic level certification, as soon as I get that, I get 100 points, okay? So 100 points plus 200 points plus 200 points, that's 500 points. Intuit just raised the bar. I gotta talk to you eye to eye here. Okay. Intuit just raised the bar for who they are allowing in the ProAdvisor directory, okay? They raised the bar and they said, we really encourage you to have an advanced and payroll certification. If you have all three of those certifications, then you qualify for a ProAdvisor directory listing, okay? That's huge. They just raised the bar. And that means a bunch of things for you, okay? So first of all, it just so happens, and we didn't plan it this way because we didn't know this was coming. It just so happens that in the month of November, we have a super giant sale on all of our courses for next year. Okay, so we do this in November because I am in my cave studying until my eyes bleed, rebuilding the course, doing all of this stuff, getting it ready. And then during this period where we're kind of like shut down, you have an opportunity to get our courses, all of our courses, at a crazy, crazy low price. So it's like, I don't know, 60% off. It's like over $700 off, getting all of our certification courses. Okay. Now there are some important things about timing. So I mentioned in the beginning, the basic course will be ready December 1st. The advanced course, we promise January 1st. So we'll see how long. I won't know until I get in there how long that's really going to take me. Hopefully my illness is done now. I mean, it's on the way out. So hopefully it won't take me the whole month, but we'll see. And then the payroll course is totally different this year. Totally, completely, so different. It's so different this year. So we'll see. We'll see when I can get that done, and I won't know until I'm done with advanced. But here's the thing. Let me go back to the showing the desktop real quick here. Okay. So, all right. So here are all of the points, okay, that we talked about. So you have, if you get your basic level certification, it's 100. I talked about these things, okay? There are a lot of people who are currently listed in the directory, which they are no longer going to be listed in the directory, okay? Let me go back to I want to see your eyes, okay? Only 10% of all of the ProAdvisors in the country, only 10% have their advanced level certification, okay? Only 10%. That means that unless you've done some of these other things that give you points, I'll go back to that in a second, 90% of the current people in the ProAdvisor directory are going to lose their listing. That's a huge number. Now, you could be excited about that number, or you could be scared about that number. Simon Sinek, if you are familiar with his work, I remember listening to a talk by him. He's like, you know what? The feelings of excitement and the feelings of nervousness are the same feelings. Like if you think about how you feel when you are when you're excited, you're like, oh, your heart's racing, you're a little jumpy, you're breathing, shallow or heavy, I don't know, whatever happens to your breathing, like whatever. And if you think about how you define, nervous, it's the same. Your heart's beating, you're, having trouble breathing, it's the same. The only different, like physiologically, it's the same. The only difference is your perspective, okay? The only difference is how you're thinking about the situation ahead of you, okay? So you might be thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose my directory. I'm going to lose my listing, okay? 90% of the people could now potentially lose their listing. Or you could look at it as super exciting, because if you put in the work to maintain your listing, now that pool of people that businesses are going to can reach out to is just shrank. It just, boom, shrank. And if you're in that pool, then there's a higher likelihood that people are going to reach out to you. So here's what happened. They raised the bar to get into the ProAdvisor directory. And at the same time, they made that ProAdvisor directory way more valuable. Because if you can get in there, then more businesses are going to reach you versus your competitors. So at this point, you're at a crossroads, right? You have to decide, are you going to put in the work to get those other certifications? And it was so interesting listening to the announcement. I can't remember the name of the guy at Intuit that's over this program. Jim, I can't remember his name. Anyway, he was so funny because he talked about like all these people that are going to lose their status. They're going to lose their status. And he's like, oh, all you have to do is just pass the certification exams. If you're worried about it, if you're worried about losing your listing, no problem. We made it easy for you. All you have to do is pass the certification exams. As if passing the certification exam was like easy. It's not, and oh yeah, all you have to, I mean, it made me laugh. Anyway, so if this is you, let me go back to my screen here for a second and show you, because I've only been talking about certifications. So maybe you're not going to pursue the certifications. Maybe you can't do it for whatever reason. The other ways that you can earn points are to get clients. It's kind of a catch-22, isn't it? So if you have, they just announced this new product called Ledger. So if you have Ledger clients, they're 25 points each. If you are using the 1099 contractors, if you're using the QuickBooks Bill Pay client subscription, notice how these are all say, can you see if I highlight this? They all say client subscription, okay? So you have to have clients with these subscriptions. You have to have clients, and the more products that you have clients that are using, and the higher level. So if you have, here's 75 points. So QuickBooks, if you have a client who has QuickBooks Online Advanced, that's 75 points. But if you have any other QuickBooks Online client subscription, that's 50 points. Okay, so you get more points if your clients have advanced or, this other high stuff, the elite, right? Or if your clients are using bill pay, or QuickBooks Payments. Oh my gosh, guys, everybody should be using QuickBooks Payments. I'm a big promoter of QuickBooks Payments, but that's 75 points there. And QuickBooks Payments, by the way, has changed now. By the end of this year, everyone's going to be on this new tiered system. That, by the way, was not I don't think that's on the test this year about that tiered system. So I know that's interesting. Anyway, so you have to have your basic level certification. You can't be listed still without that basic certification. You can have your basic level certification plus a bunch of clients with subscriptions, or you can get, I'm going back here, or you can get the, all of the, I don't know, I lost my train of thought. Let me say, you can have the basic level certification plus a bunch of clients that have various levels of subscriptions to bring you up to that 500 point baseline, or you can have all three certifications. Okay. All right. Now, if you are in the group, that you don't have all three certifications, you have 90 days. So okay, let me back up a little bit. If you previously had a basic level certification and you are currently listed in the ProAdvisor directory, okay, then you have 90 days to get up to that 500 points in order to maintain that listing. So I think the cutoff is February 27th, maybe. I think it's February 27th. That seems to be ringing in my mind. So February 27th is the cutoff. So you have that. If you currently have a ProAdvisor directory listing and you want to maintain it, then you have that 90 days to get your other certifications. This is important because if you're going to use our Fast and Easy materials, which why wouldn't you? It's going to make it so much faster and easier. It's going to give you a little bit of heart palpitations because the advanced isn't going to be ready until maybe January 1st, and the payroll isn't going to be ready until I don't know. But we're going to have it ready. I'm probably going to say that we'll have it ready by February 1st. It'll probably be before then, but I don't want to overpromise, right? But it'll be ready in plenty of time for you to meet that deadline. Okay. So anyway, so that's if you want to stay in that ProAdvisor group, if you want to keep your listing, if you want to get a listing, if you want to be part of that small group now, it's going to be only like 10%. I don't know how many of these ProAdvisors are going to start kicking butt and getting their certifications too, even if it's 50%. Like even if, let's say, so currently 10% of the ProAdvisors have what it takes to be there, okay? So let's say another 40%, they like get their button gear and they like get their certifications and do what they need so they can maintain. Okay. Well, come February, that's still 50%. Like that's still 50% that get cut. Oh, somebody is saying February 17th. Okay, May, it's the 17th, not the 27th. Okay. So even if it's 50%, that is still huge. That is a huge dip in the size of the pool. If you can be in that smaller pool, there's such a bigger chance that you're going to get selected. So anyway, so that's huge. Now, but what if you don't want to go that route? What if you, for whatever reason, you can't use the Intuit training, you can't afford our training, you have got like stuff happening in the next 90 days, and you just know that you're not going to be able to do it. You're not going to be able to meet the deadline. You're not going to be able to, go that route. I want to give you a heads up about an alternative. Now, I can't say a whole lot about this because we're so close. We're so close, but we're not ready to make it public. We are developing something that is going to compete with the ProAdvisor directory. Okay? And here's the thing about the ProAdvisor directory. When you are listed in the ProAdvisor directory, all that says is that you passed their test. Okay, so you passed their tests. Now you've passed all 3 tests, which, okay, that's definitely a feat. We at Fast and Easy QBO make it a lot easier, certainly. But really all it's saying is that you have passed a test. The other thing is that listing, right, the bio is just what you wrote about yourself, right? So, I don't know, you could lie, you could not be truthful, maybe you're not a good writer, maybe you don't know, the words that are going to catch somebody's eye, right? Well, what if instead of just demonstrating that you know how to pass a test, you could demonstrate that you actually know how to use QBO in a real life scenario? Well, do we have anything at Fast and Easy QBO that helps you demonstrate that you can actually use it? Maybe a little something called the QBO Gym. Have those skills actually verified by our system that you actually know how to do these things. Wouldn't that be a way more valuable thing to a business owner than just being listed in a ProAdvisor directory, just saying, oh yeah, I passed a test, and oh yeah, I know how to write a, Lucy, shh. So it's coming. Some people got a heads up, the power team got a heads up, know a little bit more about it. It's coming soon. So we will, oh my gosh, Amy Lynn, what? Okay, Amy Lynn says the gym landed her a client. Okay, we have to know, well, I have to know more about this, Amy Lynn. I'm gonna give you some time. In just a second, I'm gonna give you some time. But here's the thing, is that that directory, being in a QBO gym directory, is going to be more, in some ways, more valuable than valuable than the ProAdvisor directory. Now, here's the thing, and I don't want to discourage anyone from getting certified and getting listed in the ProAdvisor directory, because here's the beautiful thing about the ProAdvisor directory is that Intuit markets your business for you. Now, I learned something this morning, and I had actually learned it before, but it was just reinforced. I had forgotten it this morning, and I don't know if Corey's on the call right now, but she mentioned this in a call we had this morning, reminding me that QuickBooks pushes their QuickBooks Live a lot, right? So they say, if you don't have a bookkeeper, use one of our bookkeepers, use one of our QuickBooks Live bookkeepers. And that's great because a lot of you guys, that's your goal, is to work as a QuickBooks Live bookkeeper. And many, many people find that to be really satisfying and really like exactly what they need for their family and all of that. People love being on the QuickBooks Live team. But if you are a freelance bookkeeper, then you might kind of resent that Intuit is spending so much time doing it might resent that QuickBooks or Intuit is doing so much time promoting the QuickBooks Live. But here's what Corey reminded me, is that the QuickBooks Live, the standards for what type of business QuickBooks Live will accept is very, very small. They only work with certain clients in certain conditions. So there's a whole lot of clients that they don't accept. And when they don't accept those clients, guess what they do? Is they say, here's the ProAdvisor directory, find a ProAdvisor in your area. Okay? So Intuit is actually marketing your business for you by not you specifically, but the directory. They're saying, here, find a ProAdvisor near you. So if you're not accepted for QuickBooks Live, if you're a business and you're not getting accepted to QuickBooks Live, you could get promoted that way. The support, when businesses contact support, then because support only deals with technical issues related to the software, they can't help you with your actual bookkeeping. So they will say, here's the ProAdvisor directory, find a ProAdvisor in your area. So being in the ProAdvisor directory is still super valuable. It's about to become even more valuable. Okay? So I don't want to diss that by saying that our directory they're both valuable. What I'm saying is, I don't want you to think if you can't do one, then you're done. Then you're done for. Okay? That's not the case. Okay? There's going to be very soon other options for you. Okay, now I've rambled a lot. I know there are a ton of questions. let me answer questions first related to the whole certification process, okay? Because people are confused because they got certified under the old program. Now they're thinking that their certification is no longer valid under the new program. That is not correct, okay? So the certification itself has not changed. The only thing that changed is the benefits, okay? The benefits have changed. The certification itself, the process itself, it's the schedule itself is still the same. So if you have a basic certification right now, if you got a certification from last year, and by last year I mean November 1st of 2022 through October 31st of 2023, if you got your certification in that window, you still are certified, okay? You're still certified, and you're going to be, you'll have to recertify this coming spring. Okay, this happens to everybody. It's all seasonal, November 1st through October 31st, then the following spring. Okay, so right now, if you were to get any certification right now, what's today? November 24th, if you got your certification right now, you will have to recertify, not this coming spring, 2024, but the spring after that, 2025. Okay, so that hasn't changed. Your certification hasn't changed. It hasn't gone away. You don't have to retake the basic course. You don't have to retake anything because the certifications, the certification program hasn't changed. The content has changed. November 1st is the new season. The content changes. But if you got your certification last year, you're going to be tested on that new content this coming spring. Okay, hopefully I got all of the questions related to the certification. Now, let me talk about our Black November deal because I getting a lot of questions about that. So, the Black November deal is for all 3 of our certification courses, basic, advanced, and payroll, bundled together for one really, really low price. It's like less than the price of just payroll by itself, okay? So it's all of them together. There is no, well, first of all, there's no credit for if you already have one of those courses. A lot of people say, but I already have my basic. Well, the basic, that's like $100 of it, right? You're still saving over $600 getting the bundle. Okay, so we're not crediting for courses that you've already purchased. And there is currently no special for buying the courses by themselves. Okay, so buying, say, oh, I got my basic and advanced last year. All I need is payroll. Currently, there is no special deal for getting, there's no special like Black November or ongoing deal or whatever for just payroll or for just advanced. I will remind you, however, that if you took any of our courses, if you took one of our courses before, you get a graduate coupon. So there's a graduate coupon in your, in the very last section in the Now That You're Certified course. There's like a little thing that says, oh, you can, one of the next steps is more education, right? And if you don't have the course, get this. And I don't remember what the coupon is. We don't give coupons out over live streams or in emails or whatever. You have to find it in your course because obviously we want to make sure that you actually have the course and have done it, but it's in there. Okay, let me go back to the chat here and see what other questions have come up. I'll just go in order, even though it's a little bit off topic. So somebody says, this is unrelated to, how do I get that so it's not, I don't know how I can get it so you can read it better, but let me put it up here. This is unrelated to the QBO ProAdvisor, but I read that mentioned a calculation tool for figuring fee for QB catch-up engagement. Where can I find that tool? So let me take this off. Okay, so there's two different pricing calculators. One pricing calculator that you can get now is the calculator to see how much money you could make doing cleanups. Okay, so if you did a cleanup a month on average of whatever, $5,000, whatever, plus you had monthly bookkeeping at whatever. So the calculator is for you figuring out how much you could make if you added cleanup services. You can get that for free right now just by joining the wait list for our upcoming cleanup course. Okay, so Joel can put that in the chat, but it's www.fastandeasyqbo.com/cleanup. Okay, so that's how you can get on the wait list for the cleanup course and get that calculator. The second calculator is for when you are looking at a client's books, how much you should actually charge for the cleanup and for monthly bookkeeping services. Okay, so we're going to teach you, or Corey's going to teach you how to go in, what to look at, how to find out their activity and the level of mess and all of that stuff. All of that's going to be that's part of the course. So she's going to teach you how to go into and do a diagnosis, there's a calculator where you can like punch in what you found, come up with a number of how much you should charge them, and then how to communicate that. This is so key, guys. How to communicate the value of what you're doing. Okay, so she's gonna teach you how to talk to the business owner about what you found, why it's a problem, how much effort and money it's going to take for you to clean it up. Okay, so that's part of the course. Okay, all right, let's see. Let's see. If you sign up for the cleanup course, yeah, okay. Let's see. More questions about that. Okay, so somebody asked, I passed the basic in October. Do I have to retake it for next year if I plan on taking the advanced? Okay, so you took the basic level last season. Okay, so last season you took the basic. That means your current basic level certification is going to expire June 30th. Okay, you will be sometime in April, they will release new material which covers all the new stuff this year. You don't have to retake the entire basic course. You just take this little shorter test on the new stuff, and you have to do that by June 30th in order to maintain your basic level certification. Now, if you get advanced certified anytime between now and June 30th, you don't have to recertify basic. Getting your advanced certification counts as recertifying basic. Okay, so June 30th will come and they'll say, oh, you have a recent certification. You don't need to recertify until next year. Okay, so it's all based on season. Somebody says, some of us are such committed fans of yours. We already have done the basic and advanced courses. Is there any discount plan to complete the trifecta with the payroll course? Okay, that's what we've been talking about. There's a graduate discount. We'll figure out how to do that. Wow, so no grandfathering, which is good for new people though. So I assume you're talking about being grandfathered into the ProAdvisor directory. The whole thing, from my perspective, looking at it just like as a business owner, if I were into it, right, is that they really want their ProAdvisor directory to be exclusive, okay? They want it to be exclusive, and they want people who are responsive. I hear so many complaints from business owners that they try and use the ProAdvisor directory, but people don't get back to them. And I will admit that I'm guilty of that. Remember I said I get leads every week, and a lot of times I feel terrible. I don't get back to them. So they want people, they want their ProAdvisor directory to mean something. That's really what it is. They want it to mean something. They want it to mean that you are good, that you have gone above and beyond, that you are actively working, right? So prove that yourself. I mean, for those of you guys who have been with me for a while and you've heard me tell the story of Sam, this is your chance. This is your chance to prove that you are Sam. That's what they're doing. They're separating the Sams from the not Sams, right? That's what they're doing with this. Okay. All right. Let's see. Payroll course. This is an amazing time to get into this, just like the wife said. Yep. Okay. The advanced certification is a little difficult, but easier to accomplish with Margie's course. I highly recommend. Aw, thanks. Okay. Okay, Joel is saying if you have the basic and advanced and you just want the payroll, he's saying to email him. All right, we'll talk about how to get that coupon to you. Okay. All right. Diana says, I'm so glad that I invested in the bundle last year and am certified in all three. I would never have done it without Margie's classes. Yay. Okay. I purchased the advanced certification for myself and for my employee. Where do I find a link to sign up for the payroll cert? That is fastandeasyqbo.com. You can go there and click payroll, or you can go to fastandeasyqbo.com/payroll, and that will take you. That's the full price for payroll, though, so you'd have to have your coupon. By the way, speaking of the website, they changed the badges. So the look of the badges is now different. And I think, again, this is like they're trying to separate out the pack. Like, I feel like they've got a lot of dead weight in the ProAdvisor program, and they're saying, okay, are you serious? Are you serious? If you're serious, then you're going to download your new badge and start using your new badge. That's how we know that you're new, that you're serious, and you're going to take these extra steps. You're going to get these certifications. You're going to be involved. Okay. So, I mean, do I blame them? No, I mean, I don't know that if I would have gone about it exactly the same way that they're going about it, but I understand what they're doing. Okay, let's see. Since I have subscribed to the annual QBO recertification, do I need to purchase the course? Okay, so the recertification is tied to the basic and advanced. So if you have, so you said, let me put this out so everyone can see it. Since I have subscribed to the annual QB ProAdvisor recertification, I assume you're talking about our Fast and Easy recertification. Do I need to purchase the courses? The answer is it depends. It depends on which courses you've already purchased or what certification levels you've already achieved. So if you have your basic level certification already and you have our recert, then you don't need to buy anything else unless you want the advanced course. If you want the advanced course, you have to buy that separately. Your recertification is not going to cut it just for, the advanced course is a full, deep, heavy, I'm going to say full again, like it's a big deal. It's advanced is a big deal. There's a reason they call it advanced. So it is not, you can't just get the recertification. You have to have advanced, get your advanced certification, and then recertify every spring. Okay, can I purchase the payroll certification only for a reduced rate? We've talked about that a lot. Okay, so Fifi has said, I already have a basic advanced certification. Let me put this on the screen. I already have a basic ProAdvisor certification. I need the advanced and payroll. Do you have a deal for only those two? No, we do not. But the current deal, even though it's all three, like the price savings of that is so much bigger. The basic course is like $100. So you're getting $600 off instead of $700 off, some like numbers like that. So yeah, that's still going to be the best deal for you. Okay, so Amy says, okay, this is your filling out the story of how you got the client from the gym. So one of the things that you might not know about the gym, because I talk a lot about how it's simulated experience. Joel likes to say, he put it in the chat, that it's like a flight simulator for being a bookkeeper. Okay, so it's like going into work and working on Craig's books from beginning to end every month. Okay, and in the part of the gym is actually marketing prompts. So you learn how to talk about, this is the reason we added this, is because I hear so many people say, well, I know that I need to do marketing, but I don't know what to say. And so these marketing prompts, why am I fuzzy, guys? Have I been fuzzy the whole time? I don't know why my camera's not. All right, just reminds me of those old-timey films, like when it was romantic, they fuzzed the camera. Anyway, so now I've lost my train of thought. See, guys, I'm losing it. The marketing prompts. So people were talking about how they don't know what to say to market themselves. They know that they're supposed to be out there marketing themselves on LinkedIn, but they don't know what to say. And so part of the gym is every time you learn a set of skills, we give you a handful of things that you can say to business owners about what you know. And it'll be something like, hey, business owner, I don't know, did you know that, or please tell me, I like to do ones that are like, please tell me you're not doing such and such. There's such a better way. Talk to me, right? So anyway, so each issue of the gym, each monthly issue of the gym comes with a dozen or 15 or so, or maybe sometimes 20, I don't know, of these marketing prompts. So Amy Lynn says, the marketing wording that you give after you practice scenarios. A local client that reached out earlier this year saw my Facebook post and reached out to me. So she actually got a client from the gym marketing post. The other thing about the gym marketing posts, guys, is, the gym itself, I did a whole thing on this a couple weeks ago. It's all tax deductible, guys. This is your business. This is a business expense. And education, sometimes people feel weird about writing off education, although it's a perfectly legitimate thing. It can make you feel better because you have all these prompts. You can market, you can write it off as advertising. It's advertising because you're getting these marketing prompts. You know what to say to position yourself as a QuickBooks Online expert. Although I just learned on Hector and Alicia's podcast, they said you're never supposed to say you're a QuickBooks expert. You're always supposed to say you're an expert in QuickBooks Online. That's like part of your terms of being a ProAdvisor. Okay. Anyway. All right. Let's see. Jamie, Jamie Ann said how they market you. I talked about that, about how Intuit, like if you're in this exclusive ProAdvisor directory, then how Intuit is going to send kind of the leftovers, the people that don't qualify for QuickBooks Live. They'll send them to not to you specifically, but to the directory. They'll say, hey, find somebody in your area. Or if they reach out to support can only help with technical issues. So if it's a bookkeeping question, if it's not a technical question, then they'll say, hey, find a bookkeeper in your area, and they'll send them to the ProAdvisor directory. Okay, so let's see. Amy Lynn says, also being an advanced ProAdvisor helps so much. It helps in a lot of ways. I don't know which specifically you're talking about there. Okay. Are there any specials on the advanced QBO certification and payroll certification? Yes. Our bundle, our Black November bundle, which Joel has posted the link in there, which is only until, that deal is only good until I am finished with the basic course, which I was hoping would be before December 1st. I think that I'm going to have it done on December 1st, which is a week from today. Guys, December is a week from today. Crazy. All right, let's see. Joel is answering some questions. Valerie says, I definitely feel it is a great value, even though I already have the basic course signed up first thing this morning. I think she's talking about the bundle. Okay, let's see. Anthony, super new, 5 days in to reading the training on the QuickBooks account, so I'm in the perfect spot to start. Yeah. The changes really are they're mostly affecting the people who are in this spot where they're about to lose their listing. Like that's really the panic for a lot of people right now. If you're brand new, you've got nothing to lose. So yeah. Still, if you want that listing, that exclusive listing, you'll want to get not just the basic, but also the advanced and payroll. Okay. So Joel is saying, email me for the graduation coupon. Let's see what else. Anthony says, when is the course available if I was to purchase it today? So I assume you're talking about the Fast and Easy certification courses. Basic level, on or before December 1st. Advanced, on or before January 1st. Payroll, I don't know yet. I'm going to say definitely before February 1st, but I'll have a better idea of payroll once I have gotten more into advanced. Okay, let's see. Cleanup. Okay, Joel answered about that. So I can't access it until December 1st. That's correct. You can't access our courses. Obviously, the material is free for you to study on Intuit. A lot of people do that. The reason most of us are here is because we find that the Intuit training lacks a lot and it doesn't really match our learning style. And so that's why we develop our interactive courses that are not just like heavy reading. So, okay, let's see. Yep, email, okay. This is the first I've heard about this kind of course. Oh my goodness. Where have you been, Anthony? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. We love new people. Fresh blood. All right. Let's see. I've tried to get in the courses several times to look up something and realize they were locked. Yes, they are locked because we don't want people to be going into the old course and think that they can pass the current test with the old material. So that's why we locked you out. All right, Joel's on the case. Okay. Can you use... All right, let me answer this question. Can you use the current QuickNotes to pass the new course certification or wait until we get the new material? Well, there are 28 new questions on the test this year. So, could you? Maybe. I don't know, but I'm not guaranteeing it. That's why we rebuild the courses. I want to make sure that you're learning exactly what it is that you need to know. Okay, Jean is locked out. Okay. Don't use the old notes. What is a SAM? In the featured section of the group, I posted the link to this live stream. So that's the first one you're going to see. I'll remove that as soon as we're done here. But in the featured section is the YouTube video where I talk about being a SAM. It's a snippet from one of our Mindset Monday calls that people seem to really resonate with. Okay. Intuit changes half the questions, so your notes will only be half accurate. Yep. Once we buy the bundle, will we be able to use the new updated training each year, or will we pay a new price every year? Excellent question. That is an excellent question that we get asked a lot. Once you buy the course, it's yours forever. And by that, I mean the updates are yours forever. So you do not have to buy it every year. You don't need to buy it every year because the idea is that you're going to get certified and then you don't need that course. You don't need that course. But as somebody pointed out, sometimes you want to go back and look up things. You will always have the newest version of the course available. So everybody that bought Basic and Advanced last year, right now they're locked out. But when we relaunch, they're going to get the new course. Even if they don't need it, they can just go through it, use it for reference, whatever. Can we use the last made QuickNotes for the new? Okay, as I said, you can try. I'm not gonna, maybe you could pass it. There is a lot of material that's the same, but there's also 28 new questions. So I don't know. Joel's email address, support@fastandeasyqbo.com. Amy Lynn noticed the badges. Yep. Yes, she had to redo her social media because Amy Lynn is a SAM. You are exactly the kind of person that Intuit wants to keep around, right? They want to keep you who is proactive and say, oh, I got new badges. I got to go use them. Got to go put them everywhere. Okay. When can we plan for your advanced certification to be ready? On or before January 1st. Okay. I don't have audio. I typed out a summary of what happened. Yes. Okay, let's see. It just went fuzzy. Okay, I don't know why. Do you have courses for the online certification, or will you be asking any for the points? I don't quite understand that question. We'll put it up. Do you have courses for the online certification, or will you be asking any for the points? I think there's a typo in there. I'm not quite sure. Yes, certification courses are what we do. We at fastandeasyqbo.com, we offer 3 certifications, Basic, Advanced, and Payroll. They are currently under construction for the new season that just started November 1st. And yeah, that's what we do. So let's see. It looks like Joel was also confused by that question. Anthony, I'm happy to keep answering questions, or you can email support@fastandeasyqbo.com. Let's see. Can someone please post a link to the gym? Joel just did that. Okay. My gosh. I think maybe somebody says definitely worth it to wait for the F&E Fast and Easy course quick notes. So yeah, I gotta say, our courses are popular for a reason. Let's see. Jen says, I hadn't heard of this either. I bought the Advisor and Pro Pass both with just the quick notes. Awesome. Although I don't encourage people to do that. So, I mean, if you've been around a while, then yes, you can. But I really encourage you to go through the course and actually learn the material. Okay. All right. This might be the last one. It's kind of long. Let's see. We'll put it out. I'll put it up. If we are QB Advanced certified and we purchase your recertified course in June of 2023, so we purchased it last June of 23, do we purchase the Advanced Recertify each year? The recertification course is a subscription. So it's $50 a year, and with that $50 a year, you always get the updates, not the updates to the course itself. You get those automatically for free just with your purchase. But every year, Intuit releases it's like a small training that covers just the stuff that's changed. There's a basic section and an advanced section. You pay one recertification through us, and you get both. So you just use whichever one you need. Let's see. Your course was excellent. The first time in 7 years that I didn't. Oh my gosh, I love this. The first time in 7 years that I didn't want to throw my computer out the window while doing my advanced recertification. That is awesome. Joel, grab that for our testimonial page. It just says Facebook user to me. So whoever you are, that's awesome. I'm going to start using that in all my ads. First time in 7 years that I didn't want to throw my computer. Okay, one more. Let's see. Does the bundle teach us just to pass the certification test, or does it teach you to also be proficient in it? Overwhelmingly, it is teaching you to be proficient in QuickBooks Online. This is not just a study guide. This is not a study guide program. We are actually teaching you the material, and we're teaching it in a way and at a super deep level so that you actually get it. Okay, so most people will say that, even if they pass the test, that doesn't mean that they actually really understood it. And so our proprietary method of teaching using video, hands-on exercises, interactive activities to help it really get it deep down into your soul. So that, our goal is for us to have the best, most highly trained ProAdvisors in the marketplace. Okay, so if you went through our training versus the Intuit training, you're going to know QBO at a much deeper level than if you just read this stuff. Okay. Let's see. Valerie says, I purchased the basic recertification, which I pay $50 per year. When I become advanced certified, do I then pay an additional $50 a year? No. It's one. Yeah, it's just one. So if you purchased, Joel answered that you don't need to purchase a second recertification. It's just one recertification always for every year. I think you said that you purchased the bundle. I don't think the recertification is in the order bump. So if you already have it, you'll just continue to have it. Okay. All right. Guys, I think I have come to the end of your questions. I think that's it. I don't see any more popping up in the question. Hopefully I have answered all of the questions. It's a time for you to make a decision. It's a time for you to make a decision about how you are going to proceed with your business. Are you going to step up? Are you going to do everything and get listed in that ProAdvisor directory and become an elite, right? Are you going to make that decision? Or are you not? Are you going to decide to go another path, and maybe that path, we're building something that's going to be great and a great alternative path, but that doesn't mean this path isn't also really great. Okay, another question came in. I don't understand about the $50 for recertification. Just real quick, when you get your certification is is by season, so November 1st through October 31st, okay? So whatever year, last year November through this year October 31st, this year November through next year's October 31st, okay? It's always November 1st through October 31st, okay? The following spring, you have to recertify on the new material that has come out since you got certified, okay? So if you got certified just this past October, like last month, if you got certified last month, you were studying last year's material. So this coming spring, you will need to take a recertification test. It's not the whole test all over again. It's just a smaller test that is that's just on the new material. You do not have to take our courses. Nobody ever has to take our courses. Intuit provides all of that information for you for free. But a lot of people like our courses because they are video-based, they're hands-on, interactive, and it's more like learning from a teacher than it is the Intuit material is more just like learning from a book, okay? So you can get, for $50 per year, you can get our recertification materials every year, okay? And that is, you get them for both basic and advanced, whatever level. Payroll doesn't have a recertification yet, so, but, we'll include it if it does. And so it includes both basic and advanced. You only need one subscription. It's just $50 a year. That's all there is. Oh, actually, this year, the price is going up. The price is going up. If you add it, I can't remember what we decided. If you buy it in the spring, it's $69 a year. But if you buy it at the same time as you buy your courses, then it's $50, I think. Anyway, that's what it is. All right, this is exciting. It's about to go down. I agree. Anthony, it's time for you to step up. It's time for you to decide. Are you going to do this thing? You're going to do this thing? I believe in you. I believe in you because I've seen you guys. I've seen how hard you work, and I love reading your success stories, and I can't wait to hear yours next. All right, I think that's it. So I am going to go back into the cave, and I'm still working on the basic certification. Anthony says he's in it to win it, which is awesome. And so I'm going to go back working on the certification and the December issue of the gym. And I'm going to finish my smoothie from Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Not a sponsor, but all right. You guys have a great weekend. And yeah, if there is anything that you still have questions about, feel free to email us, support@fastandeasyqbo.com. And I will see you Monday for Mindset Monday.